Hello, it's Kelly here from spiritualawakeningsigns.com. Thank you for joining us. If you don't know me, I help people like you who are going through spiritual awakening to reduce their challenging awakening symptoms and move through that process a bit more easily. I love helping people with that, and I know how hard it is because I've been there. So today we are doing this month's energy forecast. I'd just like to apologise to anyone who was on the video earlier. As you may have noticed, my energy seems to be causing technical problems more recently, and I think that when we're connecting between me and you, there's a big charge of energy that sometimes shuts the circuits down. So apologies if you were watching that before. I'm just going to start afresh if that's okay, and we'll have another go at this, okay? So this month it's our energy forecast for November. So by that I mean the issues, the feelings, the energies that are going to be showing up for us throughout the month of November, specifically for those of us going through spiritual awakening, because the energies and the kind of global consciousness of that is different, and we tend to purge the same issues at the same time. So this will let you know what to expect and what's coming up and how to move through it a bit more smoothly when it does show up for you. And I'm going to go into more of this in a minute, but first I'm excited to announce that our next new healing meditation, this one is called the Pilgrims Rest, and that's focused on releasing soul level exhaustion, promoting deep restful sleep if you're having sleep issues throughout your awakening, and rejuvenating your spirit, getting that boost of energy back into your soul. And it's available to purchase. It's only available for the next 7 days, and we close enrolment on Friday the 2nd of November. So I will link to it in the comments, and you can have a check and see if it resonates with what you need as part of your awakening right now. And if you have any questions about it, just pop them in the comments box. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, so let's actually get into this month's energy forecast now. Round 2. I knew there was something up because I could hear those weird magpies outside making noises. I don't know if you remember, if you tuned in the last one, there was crazy bird action going on outside. We're getting messages from the universe, so keeping us on our toes. Right, so this month our energies are going to be releasing issues around exhaustion. Exhaustion is the main focus for the month. So in meditation I was shown that the sheer level and the depth of exhaustion that we are all experiencing on a soul level, and it's where we've been deeply broken, we've been burnt out, we've been depleted. It's not tiredness resulting from just this lifetime alone. It's much bigger than that. It's a deep soul level, soul crushing exhaustion resulting from lifetime after lifetime where we've struggled upstream, where we've fought to survive, or we've had to literally crawl to the finish line. It's a totally different level of exhaustion. We're talking about lifetimes where we've literally had nothing left. And that's not an uncommon feeling for healers and light workers, and a lot of us are actually born into this particular lifetime with a sense that we're already exhausted, we're already tired, we're already done. You know, we're depleted from the moment we opened our eyes and we're present here. Our souls are so close to the finish line that, and we've travelled so far, that now we're coming to the point where we've almost got nothing left to crawl with. We've given so much of ourselves that there's nothing left. The tanks are absolutely empty. And we've exerted ourselves to the limits of what we can give, what we have inside. And we're really, really tired. We're really fatigued. We're exhausted. And a lot of you might actually be at the point where you're so exhausted and depleted that you actually feel like you might not make it. That's when you know you're really exhausted past the point of having anything left. You might feel like you're not even going to make it, and you will. You will make it. We'll all make it together, but you're just not quite there yet. And that exhaustion needs to be released in order for you to move forward out of that cycle and that pattern of energy. So the next thing that's coming up is sleep issues. So that won't be surprising given that we're working on exhaustion this month. But we're going to be clearing issues around sleep, and for a lot of us on the awakening pathway, disturbed sleep is one of the most common and most frustrating symptoms. It drove me crazy. It was so disruptive, and it's quite common to experience disrupted sleep, feeling too wired to sleep, waking during the night or waking multiple times, feeling too charged to get back to sleep, finding that sleep is no longer restful in any capacity whatsoever. And that is a really big concern, especially when our bodies are already so completely drained, so taxed with the pressure of the emotional roller coaster and the ungroundedness and all these other symptoms. But this month I see that starting to level out. So I see brain waves starting to level out, brain chemistry starting to level out. We're settling the energetic charge and becoming more compatible with these new streams of energies that are coming into us. And the compatibility itself is what will promote good, restful and less disturbed sleep. But what you might find is that there are some disturbances just until you get to the end of the month. It's going to jumble up a little bit and create some kicking until it starts to settle down and becomes compatible, and then that should stay. So that's a really big milestone this month. So I'm just going to say a quick hi to anyone who was watching. Hi Shelley, thank you so much for coming back to watch. I'm so sorry the video cut out, but I'm getting used to these weird energetic technological issues and I am rolling with it. Hi DJ, thanks so much for coming. It's fab to have you all here. Okay, so we need a boost of energy, right? That is for certain. We're at a point now where we've crawled to the finish line. We might be that far away and we have nothing left to even make it just that little extra bit. There's nothing left. We're so incredibly depleted that we don't actually have the charge left in our energetic batteries to reignite those circuits. We're completely flat. Much like a rundown car battery that needs a boost to be, reactivated, we do too. And I'm seeing that this month we're going to be getting that boost of energy in the third eye. Specifically, I saw this in the meditation when I was recording it. And that boost through there is going to ignite the circuits, get things running again in normal working order, by which point much of the exhaustion and the depletion will have passed. So watch out for spontaneous bursts of energy, suddenly wanting to start new projects, clean out closets, get things in order. These are all good signs of that recharge starting to come into your system. And keep an eye out as well, because I've got a really interesting article coming just in a few days, highlighting the experience I went through when I was physically embodying this exhaustion. I mean, I passed out, literally passed out. And my partner had to pick me up and carry me, and also had to give me a boost to help me get back in my body. It's a really interesting, bizarre story, but I'm sharing it with you. I think maybe in about 2 or 3 days that post will be ready, and you can read about it and probably really resonate with that level. But it just shows the exhaustion so intense. I could hardly move, I could hardly speak. It was a very intense energy, so that's just given us an idea of exactly what we're working with. It's got to be released. Okay, physical issues to look out for in November. They're rather self-explanatory this month. Feeling tired, sleepy, exhausted. You might even experience quite a deep fatigue if your system is really seriously depleted. You'll get heavy sensations in the chest, the back, the shoulders, even the arms. You might get a weighted feeling, like heavy limbs, heavy legs. There might even be some days where if your soul's really processing deeply, you actually can't get out of bed. That should only be a day or two either way when you're really processing, but it might happen. And if you really think about it, it's likely to happen because it's natural given everything that our souls have been through in all these incarnations, all these lifetimes. So you're processing something very, very deep, but the result of what happens will be wonderful. It will really make a change to your body. And it will pass, and you're safe while it passes. No matter how exhausted or fatigued you feel, your guides are with you, and we're all in this together, and you're safe. Everything's okay. It'll process, it'll pass, and everything will be absolutely fine. Now, there's some important guidance that you're going to need for this part of the journey, but I'm going to cover that in just a second. I want you to know that if this gets healed properly, this deep exhaustion, you'll find a sense of weightlessness. Things are going to change. You're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to have a new level of strength and energy to start in life. You're not going to be tired anymore. So trust that this deep rest is what's needed to recharge you and to complete the final leg of your ascension journey, to where you won't need to be energized at all by anything else. It'll just be your natural state to be in balance and to be strong, to be vital, and to be working at full, healthy energy levels all the time. So that is coming. It's just an old program that needs to be released. So guidance for the coming month. This is the important part. Guidance for this month is really vital. So please, please, please listen. Please take heed, because otherwise you might find yourself experiencing more exhaustion, burnout and depletion, or emotional turmoil than is necessary. You don't need to do that. So just listen to the guidance, okay? So throughout November, we're being called to rest our very tired souls, to heal and recuperate what was once lost, and to put appropriate boundaries where our energy is spilling out or being taken from us. Okay, let that sink in for a minute, because the boundaries is a really important part of this. I know that that is not an easy thing to do. You know, as light workers and empaths and caregivers, it is our natural nature and inclination to selflessly support and help everyone else, always before ourselves. And it's admirable. And I know where that comes from, because I've had that my whole life too. But it's not actually compatible with who and what you are. In fact, I know a lot of you will know what I mean when I say that it's just not sustainable for us anymore. It might be something that you used to be able to do, but you're coming to a point where you literally can't do it. There's nothing left in the tanks to keep you going, to keep endlessly giving, giving, giving. You want to give, you want to help everybody, but there's just not enough left in the tanks. So you might be finding yourself going through patterns of endless giving, supporting, helping, and I know, because I'm the same as you guys, I would do anything to help anyone, and I know that you would do anything to help anyone, but there's a problem, and it leads to burnout. So you might be noticing that pattern in your own life now. When you crash and you've got nothing left, and you're still trying to give and give and give, because I know that that's what you do, because I do it too, you're really not any help to anyone. And it's not sustainable. It's not a sustainable life for a light worker. And in truth, you're of less assistance to the universe if you keep constantly crashing and burning. You're actually less help, and the universe can't rely on you. And every healer, helper and light worker has to come through this balance. Okay, it's the path of giving and receiving, and you have to learn that balance. We all do. It's not easy. And I still sometimes muddle it up and go back to old ways, but it is time for us to step up and to start giving to yourself as well as everybody else, to do both, to make it a two-way thing. It's time for you to find a balance that means that you can confidently be that rock that is reliable, that's a steady stream of higher consciousness that won't bail out, it won't burn out, it won't disappear. It's about being the empowered light worker that you're supposed to be and that you came here to be. And the universe needs you to be steady in order to do that. And to do that, what you need to do, all you need to do, is be who you truly are when you work with other people. Be gentle. That's all you need to do. But more specifically, be gentle with yourself. So you extend this gentleness to everybody else around you, and you're so kind and so compassionate and so giving. You need to start making sure that there's a little bit of that loop coming back into you. Otherwise, this pattern of crashing and burning, which I am very familiar with, just keeps on going. We need to do something about it now. So you might be an ascended master and a powerful being of light, but you're also just human. Okay, so you are all those higher things, but you're in a human body. So unfortunately, the human body can't withstand that. And I know, because I've really tried. The human body can't withstand that. It doesn't work that way. We're governed by different laws when we're in a physical body. So your intentions on a soul level can't always be filtered through the physical body, because the physical body would just give up. It's not strong enough to hold that. So you need to find a balance. You need to be gentler with your human body. You need to be gentle with yourself. You need to know how to respect your own limits in a physical body, and you need to set appropriate boundaries to ensure that you can keep that balance and not upset the sensitive human body that you're in, because you only get one. You don't get any more than one, so you're going to need it for the duration of your mission here, and you need to treat it with respect. You need to be very gentle and very caring towards it. Your life purpose and your soul mission is extremely important. But the truth is that it's practically useless if you're too exhausted to fulfill it. That's of no use to anyone, no use to the universe, no use to the people that you're coming here to help. If you keep crashing and burning, it's useless. Your life purpose will not be fulfilled, and you're not going to make any headway in your life. So it is time for you to release that deep soul level exhaustion. It is time for you to embrace that sensitivity and to set appropriate boundaries to support the sensitivity of the light worker that you are in this physical body. It's time for you to fulfill your life purpose in a sustainable, balanced and joyful way. It's about finding that balance in the middle, and that's a tough thing for all of us. But if you want help with that, that's what the new meditation's all about. The Pilgrims Rest, it's called. And it's full of energy activation codes and deep soul level healing to start those shifts for you, to release that exhaustion, to level out your sleep patterns, and to rejuvenate your spirit, to give you that boost of energy, to help you recalibrate, and then you'll be on your way. You'll be feeling much better. So what I'll do is I will pop a link in the comments box below to that. Remember, it's only available for the next 7 days. But it's there for you if you would like it and you want to see if it resonates with you. And if you have any questions about the meditation or anything else at all, just let me know in the comments box and I will help. Let me just see if I missed anyone's comments. I'm getting lots of love from everyone. Thank you so much. Margarita, Diane, Robin, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate that you're here watching. Please consider sharing this video with anyone else you know going through the awakening process, and give them a heads up to what's coming up over the next month so that they know what's coming and they can keep themselves upright. And similarly, if you are watching this on YouTube, please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel. I plan to be bringing lots more videos for you guys. And also, if you have any requests for anything, pop it in the group and let me know, and I'll create these things for you. Videos, resources, anything you need, let me know, and I'll see how everyone feels, and we'll create things that are going to support you, continue to support you in that journey. So as I say, the link to the meditations will be below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.